So after Halloween Resurrection, what do you do? Well, David Gordon Green went for his own take on a beloved franchise with a beloved final girl and a beloved horror icon. Did David Gordon Green succeed? Well, time to check into Smith's Grove like the podcasters. Let's tell Michael's story. Let's review Halloween 2018. Hello, my spooky movie geeks. Carey Craves Cinema here, reviewing the David Gordon Green Trilogy of Halloween. So we have two curious podcasters who are enthralled by Michael's mystery, by his story. They got a little too close, which led them to their demise. Curiosity almost always leads to danger, and it did for these two. We are introduced to a more weathered Laurie Strode, precarious and almost devoured by her own trauma. Still strong, but also fear has forced her to train for the day that he would return. Laurie drowns herself in alcohol and has isolated herself, causing major strain on her relationships with her daughter Karen and her granddaughter Allison. Andi Matichak and Judy Greer, both amazing actresses, play characters that we grow to love as this story progresses. I even enjoy Allison's friends, Vicky and Dave. They are relatable and typical free-spirited side characters. In comes Allison's boyfriend, Cameron. He's not who we think he is. He tries to be the perfect trope boyfriend character, but he's not. The Patrick character, I like to call them, is Oscar. He's the goofy side character that later has one of the best death scenes in this film. So it is planned that Michael's being transferred, and Laurie awaits the time that Michael will escape to resume his murderous rampage. To be honest, I am not crazy about Karen at first. Karen just seems to write off Laurie. It's like she doesn't understand Laurie's trauma, so she just writes her off. Allison truly wants to reach out, and she wants a relationship with Laurie. Karen tries to intervene, but Allison makes up her own mind, which is what I love about her character. Allison never allows others to influence her emotions or perceptions. So Michael is being transferred, but that plan is foiled. Michael is now on the loose. it can't end well, and it doesn't. He wreaks some havoc, some major havoc, but I'm going way too far ahead of myself. I didn't even talk about Sartain yet. The so-called new Loomis. The one character I just cannot stand. I'm sorry, but I ugh, I hate that character. I think we were meant to hate him because he is definitely not Loomis at all. He is the complete opposite of Loomis. He wants to understand Michael's evil, and he gets too close. What happens when you get too close to a rabid dog? Of course you get bit. Only Sartain gets more than bit. Ugh. Another integral character is Officer Hawkins, played by Will Patton. Such an incredible actor. Tied in to 78, only a kid new on the job when he had his first encounter with Michael Myers. So now Michael is on the loose. He finds Haddonfield once again, and the town is screwed because of Barker. He sees it all as a joke, which makes no sense to me, but it also gives me the vibes like in Jaws with the mayor, how Chief Brody was trying to warn him about the danger of the shark. And of course, he didn't want to listen because he was just thinking about his selfish gain, his monetary gain of, the town is so small and it's the only time of the year where they actually, get something out from, from everyone that comes into the town. That's the vibes that I was getting, was the Jaws vibes, the mayor. Ugh, only the mayor was done a little better, but that's just me. Why Michael didn't go after him is beyond me. But Michael had other plans. He wanted his mask back, so the two podcasters were his main targets. Those podcasters, they didn't have a chance. So Michael feels like Michael again as he takes the mask out of the trunk. What an incredible shot, may I add. It's amazing. That's where we start getting those Michael Myers vibes when he puts on that mask. You know he came to play. That's when it starts. October 31st, Halloween night. Body count rises as Michael rips through Haddonfield. Whew. Laurie was prepared as the others looked at her as if she was out of her mind. The only one who knew how to keep Michael at bay, and they didn't even want to listen to her. Not even her own daughter. I'm thinking that's because of how she was brought up as a kid. They definitely, they put that in the forefront, how Laurie, treated her daughter as if she was pretty much like a soldier. She just wanted her to be prepared. She wanted her to be safe. That's how I took it. But, with the paranoia and the neuroses, like she says, it felt like it was forced upon her. She felt like she had to be paranoid because her mother was paranoid. I mean, yeah, that would definitely, screw a kid up. But she was just trying to protect her. She just didn't have the best way of going about it. So, Halloween party at the high school. Phone in nacho cheese due to Cameron being a total creep with the Tiger Girl. Allison dips out of the party early. See what I did there? Me and my jokes. Anyway, it was obvious that her phone was thrown into the nacho cheese, so she didn't have contact with Laurie or with Karen or anyone. They wanted to isolate Allison. Vicky's death was pretty generic, but Michael hiding her under the sheet, homage to Bob, was pretty clever though. And Dave, he kind of got a Bob slash Kelly Meeker from Halloween 4 type of death. It was pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. I did feel bad though when they showed the tattoo, but they wanted us to feel bad. There was a lot of fantastic homages in this, I might say. They did the franchise justice with this one. The Michael-Laurie confrontations were epic, and Laurie's plan for Michael at the end was brilliant. Sartain and his involvement was the only part I had an issue with, but I have come to terms with it. Sartain's obsession with Myers just went in a really strange direction for me, but Michael smashing his head, that was quite satisfying. Sartain putting on Michael's mask, though, was not. But we as humans tend to be curious about the mysterious and the macabre. Sartain fell victim to that. I couldn't help but to have so much to say due to my adoration for this film. David Gordon Green brought it home with this one. After Michael being trapped, flames surrounding him, did we think there'd be another one? Well, we crossed the bridge, and Halloween Kills is on the other side. Stay tuned for my next review, Halloween Kills. Hope you enjoyed my review for Halloween 2018. This is Carey Craves Cinema. Stay spooky for movies, my friends.